You know, a lot of people ask me what the hero effect is all about. They ask, tell us about this idea of what it means to be a hero and where it even came from. And I've got to tell you, this is an idea that was literally given to me. It was a gift that was given to me. Not sure why I was chosen to be the guardian of this message called the hero effect, but let me tell you just a little bit about it. I spent 32 years in corporate America, franchising, helping people grow their businesses, tell their brand story, and grow their companies. Thought I would stay there and do that for the rest of my career, but sometimes life has other plans for us. And this idea called the hero effect came into my life. And the thesis of this idea is called being your best when it matters the most. It's about how we show up in life, how we show up at work, how we show up at home, how we show up in our communities, what we pour into the people around us. Being your best when it matters the most. Now think about this for a minute. We've been conditioned to think about heroes in really a dangerous way. If you go all the way back to the beginning, you ask anybody what it means to be a hero, they will always say heroes are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. And the first time I heard that, I thought that's absolutely right. That's what we've been conditioned to believe about what it means to be a hero. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. But after I heard that 100 times, 200 times, 500 times, I began to wonder, is that really true? Is that what it really means to be a hero? Because to buy into that idea, you have to push integrity outside of yourself and you have to convince yourself that you're simply ordinary. And I don't know about you, but I don't think anybody was put on this planet to be ordinary. I don't think anybody was born to be ordinary. In fact, I think people were born with talents, gifts, and abilities as unique as their fingerprints. And I believe they were put on this earth to pour those talents, gifts, and abilities into the people they serve and serve with. And what I've come to realize is the great ones never consider themselves to be ordinary. In fact, it's just the opposite. What I've come to realize is that heroes are extraordinary people who choose not to be ordinary. And that began this entire journey of the hero effect. It's changed my life as a leader, as a father, as a friend, as a spouse, as a human being. It's changed what I believe to be true about the influence we have with people, the responsibility that we have to move people from where they are to someplace better, to solve their problems. Everybody on the planet is paid to solve problems, regardless of what's on your business card, regardless of what your title is. We're paid to solve problems for our children, for our spouse, for our friends, for our customers, for our employees, to solve those problems. And to the degree we do that with excellence, that's what determines our wealth. That's what determines our market share. You think about the great brands, the ones that we pull out of the pile, Southwest Airlines, Apple, Zappos, Amazon, the great companies, the ones we idolize, we emulate, we pull them aside and we say, they're in a category all by themselves. We want to be like them. We vote over and over and over again with our dollars to do business with them. We shower them with our affection and our loyalty. We do that because when they show up to do what they do, they never show up in an ordinary way. They show up with their extraordinary self and they pour it into the people that they serve and the people they serve with. They focus heavily, they're vigilant, they are on fire about the culture in their organization. They create an environment where people can be the best version of themselves. That is the most idyllic culture you can ever want on the planet, to create an environment where people are empowered to be the best version of who they are. Not a Me Too, not a robot, not a knockoff of some other person in the organization, but truly bringing the best version of themselves to the organization every day. And when they can do that, they're going to be happy and they're going to pour more into the people that they serve and serve with. The hero effect has 4 pieces to it. The first piece is built on service. It talks about heroes help people. And most of us understand this idea of being helpful and being a good servant. But the heroes that I know, the heroes that we pull out of the pile, they know there's a part 2 to this idea of being helpful. Heroes help people, ... with no strings attached. It's this no strings attached part that we have trouble with. We live in a conditional world where everything is a transaction, everything's a negotiation. I'll do this for you if you do this for me. It's a condition. And heroes reach beyond conditions and create connections. And when you create connections, it changes everything. They not only give you their loyalty, but they also give you grace when you drop the ball. When you don't hit the mark, when you don't hit it exactly the way you wanted to, they give you grace. Second piece of the hero effect is about creating an exceptional experience for the people that you serve in every area of your life, showing up every single time with the extraordinary person you are and delivering that to them. Not ordinary with the occasional burst of extraordinary, but exceptional in every way, every single time. And the heroes that I know, they do that by taking 100% responsibility for their outcome. This is also a little bit counter to our humanness. We love the idea of accountability, but we think it's for everybody else. Heroes raise their hand and they say, give me the ball when the game's on the line. They want the last shot when there's only a second left on the clock. Heroes raise their hand and they take 100% responsibility for creating the best possible outcome. They don't blame the government, the weather, the economy, each other, or anything else. They squarely stand on their own commitment to creating the best possible outcome, period. The last thing I know about heroes is that they see life through the lens of optimism. And I'm not talking about positive thinking. Listen, I don't believe in positive thinking. Positive thinkers see a problem, an obstacle, or a roadblock, and they look at it and then they quickly look away. They're the great pretenders. They think if they deny reality that the problem will somehow disappear all by itself. The optimist, on the other hand, sees the same problem, obstacle, or roadblock and doesn't deny reality, just the finality of it. The optimist knows that what that problem needs is an accountable human being willing to raise their hand and go over it, through it, around it, and solve it. They know that it doesn't have to last forever. It just needs to be resolved, and we're back to solving problems. Heroes see life through the lens of optimism. They see people not as they are, but as they can be. They see situations not as they are, but as they should be. And that's an acronym for HERO, H-E-R-O. Heroes help people. They create an exceptional experience. They take responsibility, and they see life through the lens of optimism. It's about being your best when it matters the most. And the question is, I know you can look back on your whole life and you can see the people who made a difference in your life, the heroes who showed up in your life, the teachers, the coaches, the friends, the family, mentors and bosses, people who've shown up in your life, made you better than you could have ever been on your own. But the real question is who looks back on their life and sees your face? Who looks back on their life and says, I'm better because you showed up. I'm better because you stopped by my life and gave me a little bit of yourself. Made me better than I could have ever been on my own. Took me somewhere that I couldn't get all by myself. Left me better than you found me. Those are the questions that'll help you build a legacy to be proud of, and a life and a company that makes a mark on this world that cannot be erased. It's the hero effect. My name is Kevin Brown.